Mr. Dylan, we're in the draft, week
Hello,
5, baby.
hello.
We are in, my friend. We have Moribund Esports versus Nanaue, a team that I'm fairly familiar with, and I think you are too. So.
Yep. Familiar with both of these teams. Played against both of them.
What do you got? Any insider info?
Yeah. Just from the nature of the drafts, of how quick it's gone, I think Moribund knows exactly what heroes they want to draft already, just from how quick they picked both Death Prophet and Spirit Breaker. Whether or not it's going to work, who knows? We'll find out. But I think, however the hell you say their name, Nanaue or whatever, has an idea as well, because I think at this level you don't just first pick Keeper of the Light. I think they have something in mind. Probably wanting to they want counter push for what they think Moribund's going to draft, which is probably counter push is super important this patch because this patch is very push centric, so it's not a bad pick. But
that's what you're going to get with the Death Prophet. I'm sure that they're going to pair several things to go along with that, because the ultimate by itself is fantastic, but if you can get a couple more push centric heroes, that can be pretty devastating, especially. So yeah, like you said, the Keeper of the Light, first pick obviously is absolutely like unprecedented, but picked even in general, it's as far as supports go, he's definitely one that's overlooked quite a lot.
Yeah, I have really mixed feelings about that hero. I think he's good at, I don't know if he's as much good as deep push. Mana leak is annoying as hell, regardless of what carry you play, and I think it's very good against Death Prophet.
Very strong.
Blinding Light can be annoying. I don't know. Like, I feel like that hero either has a shit ton of impact or has no impact at all.
Yeah, it really just depends on the player, honestly. And if you know how to use the skills, and especially in certain situations, like you said, especially I put it on the Spirit Breaker while he's charging around and popping his ult. Mana Leak's just going to be devastating for him. And the Death Prophet's flying around in fights as well, so both of those heroes prime targets. And as soon as they pick up, I'm assuming, right-click safe lane carry, the Blinding Light's going to be absolutely fantastic as well. So.
Speaking of carries, we have 7 carries spanned out of the 8 heroes spanned right now.
Yeah,
there's not a lot of
characteristic. Honestly, that's not something you see too often. You see maybe targeted bans, but as far as safe laners especially, it's been focused down so far.
I'm really surprised by the Slark ban. I don't think Slark is bannable almost ever. I just genuinely don't think Slark is that great of a hero, and especially if you have a Wind Ranger and a Coddle, like that's can you purge off Mana Leak? I'm not sure actually.
There's very few things that you can't purge off, so I'd be surprised, honestly.
Let me look this up real quick. I can't remember if you can purge Mana Leak or not.
Chen, okay.
Yeah, Chen is their. Oh wait, Nanaue picked it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a deny pick. Moribund loves Chen.
Yeah, I actually am honestly surprised they didn't ban that out right away. So they're just gonna take it for themselves. So
Dazzle's solid pick.
Dazzle, an amazing support hero. So they're gonna have a lot of sustain on these teams with the Coddle, the Chen, Dazzle, and so we're gonna see a lot of sustain on these pushes.
I'm worried about Nanaue's supports though. Coddle Chen is a very weak laning stage.
Maybe in terms of rotations, I'll agree with you, but obviously the Chen can rotate, grab a smoke and go at level 3 as soon as he gets booted.
Yeah, the Chen can gank, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't think their lanes are super strong right now. Like, Wind Ranger's fine by herself, but it's really risky running Coddle Chen like that. Only one hard stun right now as well with Q on Wind Ranger, though Chen will pick up creeps most likely. So, but I don't know. You can't always rely on Chen creeps to be your CC. If you're relying on Chen creeps to be your CC,
if you're relying on Shackle Shot as your CC, that's not always the best. Oh, okay, so an immediate counter pick here. You see the PL picked by Nanaue, then immediately an Earthshaker taken.
I think, I don't know, Earthshaker's okay against PL, obviously the Echo. I think that Earthshaker's obviously super good against Chen, especially in the early game. Because usually when you're in the early game, Echo Slam isn't that huge of an impact because you're not going to have a blink and there's not going to be a lot of stuff. But when you have a Chen, there's always going to be creeps in a fight. So there's always going to be stuff to echo. and you don't have to rely on blink initiation. Right? Your Shaker can just run in and echo.
Yeah, and we've seen multiple times where a Chen who's gotten off to a fantastic start just be completely decimated, because if he loses that army and he has to take the time to build it back up, go in the jungle, depriving jungle farm from the rest of his cores, and it takes time, and it's really difficult when you lose that Chen army. So
Anti-Mage's a smart man. Three Ant-Heroes on that lineup. Anti-Mage wrecks all of them.
Yeah.
I think Shaker's also really good against Chen because, or I've said that already, but I think Fissure is actually really good against Chen because it limits the movement of the Chen creeps, which is Chen's strongest feature early in the game, especially since they got rid of the Ags buff, the Hand of God. So if the Shaker gets good Fissures off, like limiting those Chen's creeps movement can do a lot to prevent. Basically, like, you can easily isolate these heroes, and I think if you can isolate some of these heroes, they don't have great save. I mean, Hand of God's great, but it's on a ridiculously long cooldown. I'm still worried about disables on Nanaue. They don't really have much to lock down. They don't have much burst either, and that's something you really want against Death Prophet.
That'll help keep her in place for at least momentarily. I mean, I'm sure she's gonna pick up a Yules at some point, which will help. But yeah, I think that the Chen Keeper combo is pretty greedy too.
I think Sven is. Oh, this is okay. I'm gonna come out and say that I really like Moribund's draft here. There is not a lot of CC for Sven. Mana Leak's annoying, but
I mean, it's still manageable, I think.
Oh, there's the crash, the infamous.
Yeah. Welcome to Reborn, my friend.
Reborn crashes on launch.
Surprisingly, both teams are still in the. Normally, it's one of them. Get ready. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out, like, if I'm Nanaue, how do I want to play these team fights? Like, do I want to focus. I don't know. There's not a lot of magical burst, so. You want to commit your magical burst to killing this Death Prophet because that's how you deal with Death Prophet. If you don't, you commit it to Sven. But if you commit it to Sven, then you have a Death Prophet just running around with full HP. So that means if you commit your magical burst to DP, guess what? You have a Sven, and the only way you have to deal with a Sven is physical damage, and Sven has armor buffs. So I think Sven was a super smart pick.
Yeah, it's a good draft, I think. Nanaue going for their balls in push strat. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be difficult for the Sven, and that's a great D ward too, right off the bat.
Yeah, it is a very good D ward.
We'll see. I mean,
see this Dazzle build is standard Dazzle stuff.
Yeah. What do you think about the DP Wind Ranger matchup, Ed?
I'm actually not sure. I haven't watched DP go up against Wind Ranger in a very long time. I haven't watched any programs recently where DP went against Wind Ranger, maybe because I just missed them. I would think DP trades pretty well with Wind Ranger.
Yeah, I mean, they both, depending on their matchups, they've been known to dominate their lanes, especially DP in this last patch with their skill rework. But I mean, honestly, I think it'll be pretty competitive. It'll be fairly even, I think, overall.
It should be pretty even. The DP got a good block at the start. DP has insane right click, so I don't know, I think maybe DP wins this lane, assuming it's just stale farming. I think Wind Ranger has more kill potential, just because Shackle, but
Soul
I think
Siphon's not going to do too much with Windrun, so it'll be annoying in lane, but unless you're really out of position, I don't think that kills you.
I think Prophet is going to have a hard lane here after Dazzle hits level 2. The Spirit Breaker needs a Ring of Protection or Stout Shield if he's going to be in this lane to harass the Prophet, though. Oh, it's an offlane Shaker. Okay, so it's a core Shaker.
Yeah, so we won't be seeing those early rotations, and that actually might be. He might fall prey to the Chen early. See, yeah, he started off with the smoke, so you look for him to rotate fairly quickly. Neither mid opting to rush for the bottle. They go for the null talismans just for a little stronger right clicks here. Trading fairly evenly as we kind of expected. All right, so what do you think about this tri-lane up here, though?
1 sec, bottom, I think. Nah, the shaker's fine. The tri-lane, they said I think once the Dazzle and the Spirit Breaker hit level 2, he may have overcommitted actually.
Yeah.
This is a very...
He's got boots first, but yeah, they're blocking.
You can TP actually, he's fine. Oh, the bash!
17%. See, he leveled 2 just before that engagement too. So.
Yeah, that's it. They need a level 2 to get that kill.
Yep.
As I was saying, I think once they hit level 2, that it's a really hard lane for Prophet. I don't think he can... I think Prophet was a really greedy pick here.
Even with the boots first, like there's no way.
I think, because I know we like to run offlane Prophet a lot too, and I think that...
I think Wind Ranger might be going down here.
She's slightly faster than him. She's no way he catches
one more auto attack's gonna take down the TP. So
he needs another charge. He's gonna kill her now. Yeah, she's dead.
Wow. So they'll trade both mid heroes, and actually with a ton of tower. I
don't think there's no way he dies here.
Okay.
That's a 5 armor. That's a 5 armor Spirit Breaker to a.
Oh my gosh! And he gets the regen rune to boot. Yeah, he's fine. So both mid heroes going down straight up.
I think. Let's see who got experience. Did Wind Ranger get? Yeah. So actually, I think DP wins that trade, even though Death Prophet died first. Death Prophet's a level 1.5.
Phantom Lancer got the better of the Earthshaker here. So they're running the old Coddle PL lane. Not necessarily new by any means.
Nope. Give them PL mana and he just bursts down whatever heroes in his lane.
Yeah, if Phantom Lance, no matter what they change about PL, that'll always be a fantastic early fighting spell.
I think the Shaker
nice harass too.
I think the Shaker should be a bit more careful in this lane. If he's like, I understand like dying once is okay because you're just kind of testing limits, but I don't think he should die anymore. This may be a dead Coddle though. Oh, this is a very dead Coddle. I think he needs a bash though. 17%.
Chen's gonna come in just to save his buddy here. He's a little more.
That's a very dead
the PL rotating in. He's dead. A little greedy there, but the nice Fisher block. So everyone, good communication there for Nanaue.
Chen's going the no-tail build, which is you take the penitence instead of test of faith. It's a bit more greedy because you don't have that save potential with
the Soul Siphon doing a lot of work, and Wind Ranger tries to get the rune there, and not actually worth it. So DP now, part of
DP is very far ahead of this Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
Well,
getting the boots online was pretty clutch. They both
this DP's got like 10 less CS, but has 400 more gold and is almost a level ahead of this Wind Ranger.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really hard for this Wind Ranger once she gets 6.
Typical stacking and pulling here for the Moribund. I don't know. So what are they? Is Nanaue waiting for something before they start the tower siege? I mean, Chen maybe to get at least one more gank, and are they waiting for mech?
You want Chen to be 6.
I know, but are you waiting for the mech though as well? Is that part of
Chen has his mech right now.
Oh my
god. No boots mech.
I knew he was close, but Jesus. Wow.
I mean, I still think
great shackle shot.
It's just so hard to push into Envy's lineup right now. Like, you need mech, you need hand, you need Prophet to be level 6, because I don't think you can fight these fights without Wrath of Nature. I think... See, that's the tricky thing with this lineup. I think once you get Wrath of Nature, I think what happens is they get level 6 on Chen, Wrath of Nature on Prophet, and then they smoke up, find a pick off, TP the Prophet in, and then just turn it into a tower. I think that's the way to play it right now. Looks like they may actually commit to mid right now. Yeah, she even Wind Ranger took a point rapid fire or focus fire at level 6 too.
So you don't see that very often.
So they want to push quickly.
They dewarded the sentry there, and with the charge coming
I think
in,
that
they gotta be careful here.
What
Nature's TP's in with double damage. She is done.
What unfortunate timing to get a DD rune. I think if that's not a DD rune, I think the Death Prophet lives there.
And not enough mana for another charge, even though they have vision. So
he should be able to. Yeah, I say he should be able to clarity and charge away. I think he's fine.
Have to. He's not really gonna have an option here. Nature's just
there's no way he dies now. They have no CC for him. He's fine. He just charges away.
Taking his sweet time, but yeah, he'll be okay. Just charge up the creep wave top. Earthshaker's just not having a good time, man. I mean, he's getting experience, but literally, I mean, that's really all you can expect. There's no way
Yeah, when you draft offlane Shaker, kind of just expect that.
I think that was just they weren't really intending to draft him. It was just kind of a counter pick once they saw the PL and the Chen and the natures.
Maybe dead actually.
Yeah, they can.
He needs to get a graved immediately. Shazzle.
See, Phantom Lancer actually held onto the Spirit Lance when he could have used it long before the grave came out, but actually with the charge here, he's in a lot of trouble here.
The Dazzle misplayed there. If he wouldn't have, he poison touched the PL. If he wouldn't have poison touched, and he would have shadow waved.
You gotta cancel that charge, boss.
All right, so this is their first tower push. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Prophet TP for this.
Yeah, the back end of a pickoff, that makes sense. Chen's army is good to go. PL's got plenty of illusions. Chen heal came out and the mech just to get him back online when he got really low. Nature's TP's in, and that's the first tower. Glyph is used, but that's really just laying amicable here. They've got a charge ready, so if they want to turn this, but I don't think that they do.
Hands down.
Yeah,
and if they get DP or Sven here, I think this is very much a winnable fight. They just have to be very smart. Dazzle cannot die here. If Dazzle dies here, it is no bueno.
Just like that?
Well, there went that.
3 kills already from the PL too, so and they're just gonna keep going. You're not
I don't think Moribund should be giving these out. I think they should be going for fights here with the DP ulti that she hasn't skilled yet.
The Earthshaker has no mana either, so not even a Fisher to stall out time while she rotates, so. Yeah, no points in the ulti, so it's. I mean, you're gonna get
they need to be careful here. Oh!
Yeah, it's only getting the stun on the one.
Sven needs to be careful. There it is. Here comes the DP.
Yep, DP comes in. Nature's in, so Chen will likely fall, but. He got a lot of damage on that tower. And actually, PL's actually able to get a counter kill, and the great shackle shot. DP goes down, so they lose 2, and if the Dazzle goes down as well, I mean, they can keep going now. They're good to go. Sven has a stun. Yep. His ult's gone now. Earthshaker, still no mana. He'll have enough for a Fisher, but that's about it. Oh my gosh. I
think Sven may be dead here too as well. Oh, she has no enough for the shackle. There's no way he does.
So they'll take 2 towers and 3 kills. That's a decent trade.
Cancel this charge, Mr. Spirit Breaker. Thank you.
Chen goes back to work.
I think they just overcommitted. I think you get the chin, you just walk away. I don't think you keep chasing.
I understand the power of maxing out Soul Siphon, the amount of damage that you can do early on with the Crypt Swarm, but I agree with you. I think that with the point in the ult, that's a whole different fight, and the slightly earlier rotation. But
I think with a point ult there and better positioning from Dazzle, that's actually one fight. But I don't think they should have committed that far for a kill. I think they get the chin kill here and then just back off. There's no reason to keep chasing.
Well, especially when your Sven pretty much has nothing. He just at the end of that he had just enough mana for one more Stormhammer, but the ultimate was out. Like, that much to offer. And that early point in Focus Fire doing work here with the Chen army. So
this
they're gonna take their 3rd tower in 2 minutes.
This diffusal on PL so early is like awful for Sven, and Earthshaker is just so much mana gone.
No intermediate item, just goes straight for the defusal. And why not? I mean, he got 4 kills early, they got 3 towers already, there's no reason not to go right for it. And they see the Sven here, if they can get a stomp. They do, he needs a little bit of help here, he's not going to be able to take it by himself. Wind Ranger comes down, Sun goes out on the Chen.
He should be fine now.
Oh, Nature's is coming in.
Oh, he needs TP rotations.
The Hadouken comes out, finishes him off. The Spirit Breaker actually caught in a really hard
heal.
place here.
Hey.
Echo.
Oh, good Echo, but it's not enough. It's level 1 Echo. It's not going to help, friend.
No. Pops the Fairy Fire. And another Hadouken comes out. Dazzle with no grave, but they're going to go on the Earthshaker instead. Delay the Blink Dagger a little bit longer. He's going to pop the Mango. Pops out a Fisher. Man, they're losing so much map control so quickly. But that's how Nanaue plays, though. That's you knew that was their strat coming in. I thought they drafted pretty damn well though to contend, but they're just not playing to potential.
I think it's just part of its timings. I think obviously Nanao's lineup's going to be a lot stronger at this point of the game. Fissure from Shaker, he doesn't have the mana. They need to back off. They don't need to chase this. This is really dangerous.
Meanwhile, top just really trying to stall this push. Yeah, and like you said, that defusal on Sven, I mean, he's useless. He's absolutely useless here.
Maybe they get bad Fisher.
Yeah,
They need us not chase. Don't chase this. Don't chase this.
Nobody has mana other than the Spirit Breaker, and you know, Earthshaker just gonna be collateral damage at this point. Yeah,
it's just overcommitment again for Moribund. I just think Moribund's lineup is not going to be as strong as Nanaue's lineup is going to be at this point of the game, but at the same time, I think if Moribund took these fights smarter, wasn't overcommitting in a lot of these spots, and was going, you know, I think early smokes would have been a really good idea from Moribund to help disrupt the Chen and disrupt the Coddle PL. You may even, with Dazzle Spirit Breaker, you may even try land against the PL and just give farm to the Prophet.
Oh my gosh, Coddle has a Hand of Midas recipe. They're that far ahead, and they're very comfortable with the.
Yeah, no boots, Ring of Region, Hand of Midas recipe on Coddle. What a build!
No boots, no problem, man. Not even an issue. And honestly, with this kind of early lead and the PL just, I mean, he's already got a full defusal treads, and he's got a casual vid booster. And honestly, you mean you don't want to go for the Manta, so I mean, but there's plenty of options. I mean, he's far and away ahead of the Sven, so no issues there. You can really go for whatever he wants, honestly. I think best might be just I kind of wish he didn't go the treads. If he obviously didn't know he's gonna get this kind of lead, but BOTs. I mean, because they're the way that they have no way really to stop the split push.
There's a blink on Wind Ranger.
Yeah, which I think is smart. I mean, you could have went greedy, but she's the primary initiation right now.
Oh.
Or from here on out, at least. Instead of just like falling into towers. I mean, if they're going for pickoffs, and she's gonna be the one to be able to do that kind of initiation and get nearly disable. And the blink, like we said, there's not too much CC, honestly. At least reliable. And we have Chen. I guess Mana Leak technically if it gets that far, but yeah, the Blink Shackle is going to be definitely their most consistent lockdown. I don't know, man. What do you do here for Moribund? Like you have to make a little bit of space because Sven.
You try your best to hold. If they overcommit for a tower, you punish it, but you I think the only way back in this game is in these periods of time where Nanaue's not pushing and they're farming, you look for smoke ganks to find pickoffs.
I think they're just gonna go all in. Everybody's
like here, this could be a good fight. This could be a very good fight.
Really
if DP gets a full ulti off.
Traps all of the Chen creeps. Oh, kind of whiffs the echo there. Hand of God comes out. DPL doing work here, but all the heroes are scattered. She's using all the attention on the Coddle. Now she has no mana after Mana Leak.
They did a very good job of blocking on the DP. This can still be a very good fight for Moribund if they play this correctly. Oh, it's a great stun from Sven.
A little bit of help though. Chen's he's still hanging in there, but the negative weave is just doing work at this point. And they're gonna try to run down the Wind Ranger. They got a charge. They're gonna blink out, but they still have the charge on. The team's not gonna be able to catch up. And there we go. Pops the ult. DP can finish off with the Crypt Swarm.
Yeah.
So I mean, you were talking about them taking a fight, and you know, I don't know really what Nanaue was doing, but yeah, they just jumped him.
I think they were trying to steal this ancient stack. Obviously, you want to take that away, but at the same time, they did that without having any vision of this area back here, which is really risky. And there's one thing you don't want to do against Moribund right now is fight into a choke point with Fisher, with Fisher, Spirit Breaker, Sven stun, and DP ulti, Dazzle Weave. Like that's just a lot of stuff that you can easily hit 5-man Fissures, 5-man Sven stuns, 5-man Weaves in those kind of areas. Yeah, but as I was saying, like I think, ooh, DP top. I think she may be dead here. I don't know if she lives. Yeah, there's no way she gets away. Yeah, I think the way back for Moribund is stuff like that. Punishing them for being in bad spots, overcommitment, looking for smoke ganks, not getting picked off by yourself because you have no vision there.
Yeah, Chen's going straight for the Aghanim Scepter. He's not wasting any time. He wants the dragons, the golems, the beast. You know, in that last fight from Moribund when they had the kills change. I mean, that Earthshaker, he literally, not only was it a walking echo, but he whiffed it essentially. Like, just imagine if they had that in that fight, and they could have got at least one more. So definitely not over, but they've got to make a move here. And DPL's still down for another 8 seconds, so this is gonna be pretty trying.
So
no glyph available either.
Moribund committed a fort for that tier 2,
Yeah, so
which means that is a lot of chip damage they're gonna get.
Spearbreaker by himself. The charge is actually stopped by a shackle, so they're gonna pop the DPL, but disengage is already on.
Prophet. Prophet is 100% dead.
Blink going to work. They might be able to turn this. It's a great shackle shot on 2, so they can isolate him.
Oh, PL's in a bad spot.
PL got a kill on the Earthshaker. He kind of picked him off in his own.
I think PL dies here. This is a huge kill if they can get this.
Yeah, 6-0 streak gone. And it goes to the DP too, so that's a lot of gold. So she opted to go for drums. She wanted the early stats, and then it's going to help with the Yules. She's only a couple hundred away from it now. Another charge coming out. Chen's calling her back though, and with a shackle shot, she'll be out of there. No problem. What does Sven have here? Is it Blade of Alacrity? Is that an S&Y?
Probably going S&Y.
Okay.
Is DP dead again? Yeah, she has no way to get out of that. Oh, they did the Wind Ranger though, which is a better kill.
Yeah.
And Coddle dies here too.
The Coddle, and there's no else for the Spearbreaker here, but there's plenty of lockdown here. Gotta fish her up and.
Yeah, Fissure's the only lockdown they have right now because they're all out of mana.
he's just wasting time at this point. He's just stalling for time as the PL revives. And
this is I don't know. These are really sloppy engagements from Nanaue. Like, I don't think they should be taking these fights. I think PL, like, I don't know if it was just communication issue or not, but the PL, what happened was the fight started here. The fight started here. The order was given to get back, and somehow PL ended fighting over here while the rest of the team was over here.
Yeah.
And so now you end up with a situation where your whole team's here and PL's over here, and guess what? When you have 5 stuns on your team,
and he's by far and away the leader in terms of net worth and overall farm on the team. He's actually going right for a heart next item, so he's gonna be pretty unkillable. But yeah, not having him in that team fight was just devastating for them. They really didn't have any recourse. They did great job fighting, but yeah.
My only worry with the heart build, yeah, it'll be hard to kill in fights, but at the same time, I think if Moribund can delay a bit longer, I think the HP is going to come out on Moribund where this PL is not doing as much damage as he probably could
so
be.
You'd like to see
Whether not
more right-click centric, like Butterfly?
Yeah, I think he has the team. It's not a bad item by any means. I don't think Heart's like going to lose in the game or anything, but I think with like a Chen sitting behind you,
yeah.
what are they building auras? I guess they don't have a lot of auras on their team.
No, it looks like Nature's going Necrobook as well.
They're just going all in push. Yeah, they don't have a lot of auras. I guess it's okay. I don't know. Usually when I play with the PL, I want like Vlad's or something on a support if I'm not going Vlad's on the PL,
Yeah,
and then
the supports are so poor though. I mean, they're got a lot more going on for them, but I mean, the Chen's he's obviously gonna finish off the eggs.
yeah.
Coddle, I mean, he's got the Midas, but I mean, that's it at this point. Sure, actually, I think he's got something coming on the courier here. No,
It's on his courier.
Just
Just wards, yeah. Playing the hard 5 this game.
Hard 5.
This offlane shaker. Offlane shaker is close to his blink though,
Yeah,
so
and that's huge.
That,
That's actually really.
that could be a game-winning item.
If you want to talk about stalling a push, I think a nice Fisher Echo combo with a couple enchant totems in between, and he's got 3 points in the aftershock too, so a decent
I think
stun.
the danger with running a lineup like Nanaue's, I can't say the name for the life of me. I think the danger of running a lineup like this against a team like Moribund is that it just takes it's just one bad fight, one quick team wipe.
They live and die by the push, and majority of the drafts. And, you know, I mean, a lot of times it's been effective. Obviously, they're doing very well in AD2L and JDL, but at the same time, you know, if you fail and you fail again, all of a sudden you've committed a lot of gold and experience to the fights, and you're not getting the benefit of that because you're dead. So it's great that they get the early tower, you know, that influx of gold early on, but yeah, like you said, there's I don't want to say a time limit to it, but there kind of is, you know. There's only so long you can keep throwing bodies at towers, and eventually it's just not cost effective after a while. So.
I'd like to see Moribund smoke with this Earthshaker blink into the jungle.
Windrunner's going for the egg scepterable. Only 900 away at this point.
I think if you're Moribund, you know that Nanaue's about to gear up for a push. I think a smoke right now would be a very good time to just catch them off. You just saw PL and Prophet mid. You just saw Chen and Windranger bottom.
Well,
so you know their general location.
I think Nanaue's just they're waiting for the Necro book. It's 200.
Yeah, there it is.
So.
Me and Moribund are on the same page here. Blink is on the Shaker, so this could be a huge fight. I don't think. And Nanaue doesn't know this.
Smoke reveal. Spearbreaker really can't do much. He needs to pop his ult before he dies. He's not able to get it off. That cast animation though. The blind actually doing work. Fantastic. Nice
great Echo.
But they have so much sustain of the mech. The Hand of God comes out, and they're pretty much good to go. But even with the heart, the Phantom
Lancer
just
DP
destroyed.
ulti.
The DP ult is tearing through, yeah. And it actually gets a second kill there. And they're gonna try to run the rest of them down, but
there's no way Cotto gets away from this.
It's pretty close, but he's got no mana, so if anything, he's
he gets away now.
Yeah, Chen bails him out. So
it's
kind of it was a good smoke. I like the idea. It's just their positioning really wasn't all that great, and the Spearbreaker is just blown up.
They blew up the Spearbreaker, but then you know you have a 1700 HP Sven with 20 something armor or 30 something armor jumping into a fight, and how do you kill it?
Yeah. And the heart, like you said, like it's not a game losing item, but it's not as beneficial as say the damage item. So I agree. I still think they want like a Blaz or something, but I think that's a ways away. Spearbreaker couldn't get the ult off now, but he does this time. He's got charge up again, and
I think he dies here.
Yeah, his team's kind of forsaken him.
Oh, wait, she blinked away. Okay.
One more right click. The tower actually will finish him off here.
Tower.
That's really sad.
Can you outrun the tower shot?
Oh, the delay. That's so sad. Valiant effort, though. Valiant effort. So Yules is done in the DP. I don't know if we brought that up.
Yeah, it was super important last fight. She would have died if she didn't have the Yules there. She was able to take herself out when the PL committed on her.
Nature's Wrath. That's a dick move. That is a thing. That's part of being global, baby. Anybody's susceptible. And it's daytime, so yeah, they're ready to push now.
I think part of it as well is, you know, the DP ulti's down. They can't fight you right now. Echo's down as well.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I mean, it's great for deep push, but when it's down, then you're significantly handicapped. But honestly, it's 8 seconds on the Echo, and DP ult's up in 15, so...
I don't think they should commit for this push, though. You should... It's really risky. Like, you just lost a fight at a tier 2 in an actually decent position. It's really risky to just continue to push.
All the ults are back up now, too, and PL's all by his lonesome, so if they want to isolate him...
They have a ward on the high ground, so they know Shaker's looking for initiation, but still, it's really risky. Like,
yeah, the longer they wait,
this could go either way. Oh, the Fissure.
Great block, and that DPL. If they disengage now, it's gonna be a complete waste of the DPL. Sven again with no mana. That mana leak just going to work here. And actually, now he's trapped.
They've isolated PL.
Both the carries in a lot of danger here early on. The charge will come out.
Bash. Where's your bashes, Spearbreaker? Show me your bashes.
Nope, Chet's gonna save him. He's perfectly okay. DP very, very low. Actually, they'll finish off the Windranger there, but Spearbreaker's the only one that goes down.
This poor Earthshaker.
Yeah, he's actually doing work though. He's in a lot of trouble. He got himself out, and they kill.
I spent a good like 20 seconds of that fight watching that Earthshaker. He was looking for the initiation, but the PL illusions were just taking all of his mana. The poor guy.
Well, that's I think that's like a motif for this Nanaue draft. Like, you better get your spells off immediately, because if you don't and you chase us around, you're not gonna be able to. Especially for the Sven, the way they're able. It's not even just kiting him initially. Like, he'll go in, he'll get off his stun, he'll do a few right clicks with his ult. That's fantastic. But yeah, mana leak and diffuse.
Oh, Cotto, my friend, you are in the wrong neck of the woods right now. Oh, did they get the PL as well? I don't think you fight this PL. It's just really risky from PL. He has no damage on a ridiculously armored... Yeah.
They're gonna blow the Echo. It's worth it. Take out that carry.
See, That was part of the thing with the heart.
Oh,
is
another
that once
fantastic pick. Okay, so they actually get 2 cores out of this.
It's just really greedy. I'm not sure why you're farming their side of the map when you only have 2 heroes there. And going back to the heart pickup, I'm gonna harp on it a bit again. Is that yeah, the PL is beefy, but once Sven ran out of his 500 mana, which goes away in like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He's 1800 HP and 30 something armor. Your 130 right clicks aren't gonna really eat through that armor.
Well, and that huge lead that the PL had, I mean, he's still a top of net worth. Don't get me wrong, but that lead is diminished exponentially.
Yeah.
The Sveta actually surpassed him in more creep stack here. So, and he almost actually he'll have a finished BKB in less than a couple seconds here. So,
I'm gonna harp on this. I'm gonna harp on this just because I'm top 1,000 players. I don't like Medallion on Dazzle, especially this game. I think Mechanism this game would have been much better, especially since they don't have much burst. If you can mech through the burst, what are they going to do to your DP once the burst is gone? But I mean, it's not Medallion is bad. I just think Mech was a much better pickup here than Medallion.
Coddle almost finished with the eggs actually.
Necro only 18%. Yeah.
It's changed, man. I mean, before that was just a staple, but now, I mean, a couple items come out. You get Octarine Core, you get a nice eggs change a while back, and then there's always the classic Shadow Blade into deeps.
I think the risk you run when you build your Prophet like this is that he doesn't really offer much as you get towards the mid to late game.
It's more like a jack of all trades. Like now he's like a super pusher, but you don't have the DPS, you don't have the super if you were to go for more utility, I mean
this Roche is going to die very fast, and I don't think Nanaue knows anything about this.
No idea.
That's a god strength double damage Sven, so I don't think Nanaue should even fight this. They don't know that obviously, but
he's not even hitting for that much still. Nothing. They're surrounding the Roche.
This guy actually has a rapier's worth of damage on him right now at 29 minutes.
Might scout it out right here, though. Oh no, walking right past. Uh-oh, sends a creep in there, and he's like, shit, guys, we need to get in there. PL's gonna land in there, but it's already done. Actually, he might be able to take the Aegis. Oh
PL
my god,
stole it!
The Aegis.
He's gonna die for it, I think. Maybe? Yeah.
The Chen Handa got him
he's stuck here.
He's going down regardless.
Oh no, the fissure!
Oh, fantastic Echo Slam there. And they're going to get 2. The DPL, they're just running down the Chen. He's used everything he needs to, though. Not too big of a deal. And Sven is in a really, really tough spot. He's going to have to TP out, unfortunately.
Dazzle, my friend, why are you TPing? Oh, there's a rat going on top.
Yeah, there's a lot of rat. Wow, they're actually... So...
They did get a melee Rax, so...
Yeah. Not only did he take the Aegis, but yeah, he's going to take a few kills, and they took half a lane, too. Actually... PL's gotta be careful. He's actually able to doppel onto the high ground. Barely making it out, but yeah, that rat was real. Jesus, they destroyed that melee Rax, and range is under half already.
So if Prophet doesn't get Rax there, I think that is an absolute disaster from the Nanaue. But they get Rax out of it, PL only loses 1 life.
Look at the Chen creeps.
How are these Chen creeps on the fucking... What? How did these get up here?
Alright, so...
they probably got Spirit Breaker charged, that's all I guess.
Now, do you see the Yasha on the PL? Is that like a super late SMI? But why? Like, why would you create more opportunities for echo damage?
It's just really good for the silence. I think it's... Normally I would agree with you, but it's just like, that's how long is DP? That's a 6-second silence on PO. And you don't want to buy BKB on PL, it's just not a good item on that hero. Because... but I think it's absolutely necessary. I don't think you pop it at the start of a fight, whatever. You only pop it when you're silenced. So it's
stats too. It's stats, little damage.
It's good, and it gives him damage too.
Yep, stats and
damage. I think it's the right choice.
Slightly defensive.
He does need to.
And it gives him what he needs. So yeah, okay, I got you.
He needs to get out of the silence. I think that's it. Because the issue is if he gets silenced, he's pretty much dead, even with 2k HP.
I'm thinking they're just gonna wait until daytime here, and then they're gonna go to finish off one of these lanes here.
I think
Coddle finished up eggs, so they're ready to rock.
I think Moribund's still happy to just kind of sit back and farm right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, unfortunately that fight didn't go as the last fight didn't go as well as they would have liked, but I mean, yeah. Sven's got his
DP, my
BKB.
friend.
He's got some gold on him still.
She can. Oh, great echo slam.
It's gonna be good, but I mean, there's so much sustain, like we talked about. Shiva's guard's popped, and they're gonna try to run him down. The supports are still very vulnerable, but we get TP rotations in, and then after all that, no one's actually goes down.
It's a level 2 echo. Oh, Spirit Breaker. That was
Nice
very
shackle.
greedy.
Sven pops his stun, pops his ult, he's ready to rock. BKB's activated, but I mean he's getting kite. They're just running around in circles. Literally, look at this coddle. Creep helps him out a little bit.
Yeah, there you go, DP.
You save him briefly
so
with the dragon.
So I don't know if you saw this or not. Rat top. I'll talk about it after the fight.
Yeah, he finishes off that rack. So yeah, I mean.
He's gonna possibly pay for it.
Sven, yeah, he's done. There's no chance.
These fights are just so spread out.
Yeah, DP does what she can, but I mean, losing that lane of racks, I mean, that's still really difficult for them. DPL still doing work in every fight whenever it's up, obviously, but.
So,
damn.
In that fight, DP was super low and chasing the Wind Ranger. She Yulesed herself so the Wind Ranger couldn't power shot, and right as she Yulesed, her Exorcism killed the Necro 3. So if she would have Yulesed a split second later, she actually would have killed herself at the start of that fight.
Damn.
Yeah, if she just happened to Yulese herself when the Exorcism killed the Necro 3. So that was like one, that's just like a split second away from being a disaster of a fight.
Good item. They keep nerfing the Yules, but still a damn good item.
I'll give her the benefit of the doubt and say it was planned.
It was definitely planned, Dylan. Don't even trip. Dota's a game of skill, not luck. Alright, so down on lane of racks, I don't think it's that big of a deal, honestly. I mean, this is part of their ultimate plan, obviously. Necro 3 completely finished, and this is probably a Desolator.
Yeah.
Maybe a Mill, I don't know. I mean, honestly, any of the picks really wouldn't be too bad. I don't think BKB's, I mean, he's not in the fights anymore, obviously, which is why they're not going as well, but...
I think Deso's the play. You don't have a Deso on your team, Wind Ranger's not going to go Deso.
Well, not only that, but if he's just doing the rat game, I mean, I think you have to go Deso.
They're going to go on the profit bottom.
Yep. Nice shackle shot.
She needs to self-fuels.
Nope.
They can actually turn this. They need to be very careful.
Great time power shackle shot, dude. They charge in, but he's
I think they go on the profit, yeah.
Get the kill and try to get out, but...
Good fissure.
Oh, wow, securing the kill. Well done. And Units will try to run him down, but yeah, your Shaker's gonna make sure he's safe there.
This poor Shaker's just being chased down by this Necro.
Right? He's been actually... Oh, there you go. There you go.
He should be fine. Dazzle playing a bit close there. He's gonna die to these Necro books. Well, maybe not.
It's pretty damn close, man. Oh, the Archer actually gets taken up by the creep wave, thank God. Oh, my good disjoint.
Meanwhile, mid.
Yeah.
There's a circus going on.
So that's the thing. It's like they have to commit a lot just to help defend the supports and make sure if they're ready to take a fight that they can go. And a huge doppel gets out of the stun. He's good to go here. Sven pops his ult in BKB, but he's all by his lonesome. It's just him and Dazzle for now. DP's still down.
This is looking really bad for...
Shaker has Echo.
Echo is up. Echo's up. Oh, the shackle. Good dig great from Dazzle.
Oh my gosh.
He can counter initiative. Yeah.
Oh, 4-step into the Echo. Nobody's gone down yet, and now Sven and their Shaker completely by themselves. Getting taken out. Buybacks on.
They need to focus the PL, not the Sven. Or the... I think they're focusing the wrong heroes in these fights.
And now Dazzle's all by himself. Spiritlands comes out, yeah. No mana, no grave, on cooldown. And they're just going to finish off the racks. DP comes in and actually gets a nice cleanup kill on the Death Prophet, but they've taken the objective already. PL go down 2 on the back end of that, but damage has been
These
done.
fights are just so crazy.
The ancient creeps running for dear life. And now DP's all by himself. A charge comes out. They've not been able to kill her though.
He wouldn't have killed the Wind Ranger anyways. He didn't have enough mana for it. He doesn't have another strike anyways. These fights are crazy, man. They're just all over the place.
One on the Sven and one on the Spearbreaker, so something to keep of note. for the next couple pushes here.
I think maybe if Moribund focuses the PO there with the Death Prophet, maybe they win that fight. I think, but the issue is, I think, actually no, Death Prophet was dead, so I guess she TP'd in the back of the fight.
She came in the end, tried to clean up and help all she could, but it was.
I think they overcommitted for the chin when the PL was just wrecking their Sven in front of their faces.
Well, and he's got Greaves now, so it's gonna be really hard. I mean, it was hard to finish off these heroes as it was before, and now it's gonna be even more difficult hill to climb here. So.
Caudle has his Aghanims. That Midas is paying off.
They waited for daytime and they made the push real. So. I mean, it's getting like evil now at this point. Like there's just so many creeps, so much base siege they have now.
Is Death Prophet dead again?
Yeah, Daedalus just waiting on a couple crits here. Oh,
yeah, there's no way she lives though. She dies here.
Yeah, there's no chance.
She has no buyback either. They may have just thrown the game with that push.
Caudle can get up there. No, he'll be okay. He has charge up too. Shackle doesn't connect. Fisher is available if needed, but they're hoping to save it if they can. Pops Hand of God.
So Wind Ranger's very dead.
Spin also.
Or not.
Just doing so much damage, but yeah, he's just getting kited. He's running around chasing heroes. He'll get the dazzle, but I mean, you pop BKB and you're ult for that, man.
All good, Fisher.
Now they're just turning the tower. Now they're just turning into the base siege again. Earthshaker actually ends up finishing off the Wind Ranger, but Sven's gone. If Sven dies here, there's no buyback. It's
yeah, I think that's game.
That's 2 diebacks. Yeah, they just call it GG. That's just it.
It's just, I think Moribund had a chance there at the end. It's just sloppy team fights and misplays.
Nice last second echo, but to no avail.
Nanaue did a good job at the end, just basically creating havoc, and I think their lineup much better at dealing with havoc than Moribund. I think in like a straight 5-on-5 team fight, Moribund wins, but Nanaue did a really good job of just moving people around the map, forcing people to go where they don't want to go, allowing the Prophet to kind of go everywhere he wants to go, really just kind of moving Moribund out of their comfort zone, forcing heroes to play the way they don't want to play their heroes.
Yeah, there was a couple times that they were a little on edge, and you know they let a little bit of a lead go. But I mean, they took their time. They got their farm after they got those initial T2s down all around, and yeah, like you said, they just made it chaos. And unfortunately, as great as in theory as Sven pick was for the deep push, I mean, he's just getting kited for days, and there's just nothing they do.
And I don't know if they have a player that can do this. I think an Oracle instead of Dazzle there could actually have just won that game outright. Because it purges Mana Leak, it purges pretty much anything you put on your Sven or your Death Prophet. I think, not to say that Dazzle was a bad pick, because I'm a huge fan of Dazzle. I think Oracle with Sven or Death Prophet would have been a massive pick. But again, I think this game just came down to execution.
It's a little bit of both, honestly. So I mean, we'll see what they opt to do in game 2 here. So we'll take a quick break. We'll get in the lobby, get into game 2.
All right.